Hello guys and gals, and welcome to this Fanart Friday. Today the mystery drawing is... Yes, I do have a new Cintiq. I'm really proud of it. I will show you in another video. Poison Ivy from the DC universe. I originally made this as a commission for Etsy, but I decided to share it with everyone because I absolutely love it. So enjoy my process. And here I am. This is the sketch that I did for this commission. It was quite interesting to work with this pose because it was quite a complicated pose for me. I decided that I wanted to really dig into this character and really do her, like make her look very feminine and very sultry, sexual, whilst still having a very nice, friendly face. And although she's a villain, I've never actually seen her as a villain. But if you've watched my videos, you know I'm not a big DC fan or a Marvel fan. To be honest, I'm just an anime fan, and I don't really read and watch a lot of Western like superhero comics and stuff like that. So I'm not very familiar with the character herself, but I've always liked her design, and I've always pictured her like this villain who is not exactly a villain. And I've read the Harley Quinn story, and I think with her she's really good and she's a really nice friend to her, and that's really important in being sort of a good villain. So yeah, here I started lining her, and I had the petals from the ivy ready from beforehand. I actually made a special brush for it because I realized it will take a very long time to paint the leaves, each and every one of them. So I made a brush and then I just rotated it at different angles to create this effect of a vine. It was really fun to make, and I can probably share it with you if anyone wants it. Since having the chance to do Sakimi-chan's tutorial on line art, I've enjoyed doing line art a lot more. I have a video about it, so I'll leave a link in the description, but basically she taught me how to make some lines better, like how to make the whole picture better, and some lines, they have to be stronger, some lines have to be weaker. And that was a really nice lesson because you see it all the time, but it doesn't actually get to you until someone tells you, or at least with me it was like that. And it was eye-opening. I started, as you can see, adding black or whatever color I'm doing my line art in a certain spots that I thought shadow would be, and this makes my line art really pop. And this is very important for commission work, I think, because if your line art is weak and you're doing a traditional commission, then you probably have to amp it up a little and just up your game, you know? Right, I think I've run out of things to say, and the sketch is still ongoing. Oh, there it is. So now I'm starting to lay the colors of the skin. I had quite a lot of trouble finding the right colors for this commission because there was a lot of green, and I'm not a huge fan of green, so it didn't come naturally to me to discover what colors I want to pick. But I thought Ivy is... Well, I looked on a lot of pictures online, and I found that half of them she has like normal skin, half of them she's green, and half of them she's like really green. And I thought I would do something in between that really makes me comfortable about the way she is. So what I did was I laid a base of really light green, and then I started going on over it with my Copics that are the skin tones. So with my E11 and I think E01, I went over it. I created shadows as I would normally create shadows on just a normal skin, and the result was actually quite fascinating because what I did was I completely covered the green with my lightest tone, and I achieved this really nice green undertone, which I think really fits with the whole Ivy idea, because in a way she's human but not really. So I think it turned out great. You tell me in the comments if you agree. I'm pretty proud of this decision. So I was talking about the pose a little bit earlier. The pose, I looked it up and I used quite a lot of help. I referenced it from a person called Precia T. She's on Patreon. I will link her Patreon in the description. She does a lot of poses and she gives them to her patrons to use however they like. They can reference, they can sell, like adopt or whatever. But I personally didn't trace it, because although she gives permission to trace it, I don't think it's ethical, because this is a commission first and foremost. But secondly, I thought it was a great experience to just exercise my hand at creating such a complicated pose. It took a very long time to get right, and I guess some parts I think I didn't get too right, like her second leg, you know, the one that's hidden behind her first leg. So I didn't get that quite right because it was very difficult for me, but believe me, in my first draft it was horrible. They were quite short. I didn't quite get why they would look that way, so I had to actually sit down and think and sit in the same pose and realize why it's why foreshortening works the same way as in the pose. So it was a very interesting experience, and if you want to learn poses, I guess the best is live drawing, but because I don't have access to live drawing classes, it was nice learning from a ready-made pose. Here I'm doing the costume of Poison Ivy, and I think her costumes are all amazing, and I decided to go for a simple one with gloves and boots because I don't know, I like her that way. I think the emphasis of this pose are her breasts and her butt, so I decided to leave those quite obvious and not cover them up with more of her costume. It was quite nice to go with the green and just create this effect of leaves. I came up with it just as I was drawing. I had decided to just do a normal green coverage, but instead I did this one, and I think it turned out way better. Now we are nearing my favorite, or should I say least favorite, part of this commission, which were the leaves. Gosh, I really hated myself for making them so small, because my Copic markers, they didn't quite fit in there, and not to speak about the Spectrum Noirs. I know that the Copic markers have really tiny nibs, like tiny brush nibs, but that was still not enough, and I just think that in the future, if I'm doing an A5 commission, I will refrain from making such tiny details that are really difficult to color properly, and maybe I will consider them only for an A4 commission or something like that. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested in a commission like that, you can check out my Etsy shop. I have quite a lot of stuff up there, and I'm active and updating it regularly, so feel free to check it out. And to get a commission for yourself or for a friend, I've been told they're quite nice presents, and so far I've got 2 really nice reviews. So yeah, do check it out, and I'll be really happy to work with you. Here I put the last highlights on the picture, and it's soon going to be ready. I'm quite proud of this one. It looks really great. I can't really show it to you right now because I shipped it off as soon as I could, as there was significant delay due to the holiday season, and I wanted the person to get it and be really happy about it. So I can't show it to you, but I can show you a really nice picture of it, so you'll see it now. As an ending to this video, I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do subscribe. I'm going to make more videos now that I'm free. Like, I'm not free, but I'm freer than before, and I will have a new series which is called Ear of the Doodle, and you'll know more at the end of this month, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I came up with. Hope you're excited too. Yay! So yeah, if you like this video, please comment and subscribe and leave a like and all those things. It'll be great to hear from you. And have a great weekend. Bye!